Folks, imagine this. You're in the sweltering heat of Tampa Bay, the sun beating down like a relentless blitz from Reggie White in his prime, and your Philadelphia Eagles are staring down a Baker Mayfield-led Buccaneers squad that's got home field fire in their veins. But wait, your birds don't just survive, they soar. They gut-check the Bucs 31-25, staying perfect at 4-0, and it's the kind of win that has Lincoln Financial Field shaking even from 1,000 miles away. What an unbelievable statement. I'm your host, diving deep into this thriller, like it's the final drive of Super Bowl 52 all over again. Buckle up, Eagles Nation. Today, we're unpacking why this defense might just be the stingiest unit we've seen in green all season. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's set the scene, because you deserve the full pulse-pounding recap. Sunday afternoon in Tampa, Florida. 90-plus degrees, humidity that could drown a fish, and the Eagles rolling like they own the joint. Jalen Hurts, that dual-threat dynamo who's channeling Donovan McNabb's grit with a modern twist, connects on key strikes to A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, those speedy weapons who turn short slants into highlight reel dashes. The offense sputters a bit in the second half, sure, don't we all on a day like that? But they grind out 200 yards on the nose, enough to build a 31-23 lead late. And the defense? Oh man, they were a wall. A 31-25 victory, sealed in the final minutes with stands that echoed the unbreakable spirit of the 17 squad that hoisted the Lombardi under confetti storm. This wasn't pretty, it was gritty. In the NFC East, where rivalries with those smug Cowboys and pesky Giants simmer, like a Philly cheesesteak on a griddle. Grit is gold. Now, let's zero in on the man who lit the post-game fuse. Zach Bond, the linebacker who's become the heartbeat of this defense. After confetti settles, or in this case, the Gatorade showers in a visitor's locker room, Bond steps up and drops this gem. I'm proud of this team, especially the defense. I thought we played really good. I thought that might have been our best offensive game of the year. They got a couple plays in there, but take those two plays away, and I thought we played a pretty stout game. Coming from the guy in the middle of the storm, as I like to call him, you don't brush that off. Bond's not just talking, he's living it. Flying around like Brian Dawkins on a supernatural high, sacking Mayfield for a 12-yard loss that flipped a red zone threat into a measly field goal. If you're new to the Eagles lore, Bond's the undrafted gem from Wisconsin who signed with Philly in 21, bounced around special teams, and now he's the enforcer, racking up tackles like they're going out of style. Proud? We're all proud, Zach, because in a city that bleeds green, your words just fueled the midnight green madness back home. But let's dive deeper, because one man's opinion is a spark. The facts of the inferno. 4 rock-solid reasons why Bond's onto something big here. And trust me, this analysis is going to make you rewind the DVR. First off, total yards. That's a yardstick that doesn't lie. The Bucs scratched out 299 yards, but Bond nailed it. 2 dagger plays, a 77-yard touchdown bomb, and a 72-yard scamper. Bloated those numbers. Strip him away, and Tampa's left with 227 yards, barely more than what the Eagles' offense coughed up. That's stout, folks. For context, rewind to last season. Philly's D allowed 354 yards per game on average. This year, they're hovering at 312 through 3 weeks, but Tampa drops it to a season-low 227 adjusted. It's like comparing a bird's tailgate to a Giants watch party, night and day. And get this. Despite those outliers, the Eagles forced 3-and-outs on 45% of Tampa's drives. That's not luck. That's schematic wizardry from Vic Fangio, the defensive guru who's turned this unit into a buzzsaw. Reason number 2, shorthanded? Understatement of the year. The secondary was a patchwork quilt heading in. Jacorian Bennett, that promising rookie corner, lands on IR with a hamstring tweak earlier in the week. Adoree Jackson, the speedy vet they scooped up in free agency, sits out with a groin pull that fans holding their breath like at the fourth quarter goal line stand. Enter Khalil Ringo, the Georgia Bulldog with ice in his veins. Kid logs 52 snaps, 82% of the defensive plays, his first real action of 25. And he doesn't just survive, he thrives, breaking up 2 passes and blanketing Chris Godwin like a pro. Meanwhile, the edge rush takes a gut punch mid-game. Oddball Okoronkwo, The Browns cast-off making his Eagles debut after trade deadline steal. Tears his triceps on snap 4. Ouch! Add Nolan Smith, the 23 first-rounder sideline on IR with a knee issue, and you're down 2 bookends. Yet, the line still collapses pockets. 3 sacks total, 7 QB hits on Mayfield. Remember 18, when the D-line with Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham terrorized Tom Brady. This feels like that echo, but leaner, meaner, with youth like Josh Sweat stepping up like it's his personal vendetta. Short-handed? Yeah, but resilient. Like Philly fans booing Santa in 65 and still showing up the next Sunday. Third pillar. Red zone stand that can make a grown man weep with joy. Twice the Bucs knock on the door, inside the 20, and twice the Eagles slam it shut. First trip. Bond's monster sack buries Mayfield for -12, forcing a 42-yard Nick Folk field goal instead of 6. Boom! Points left on the table. Second go-round, pure magic. Jahad Campbell, the rising star linebacker out of Alabama. Think Nakobe Dean's heir apparent. Picks off Mayfield at the goal line. Pick 6 tees? Nah. But it seals the deal, flipping momentum like the miracle at the Meadowlands Revenge Tour. Red zone efficiency? Phillies D-stopped 100% of those threats, allowing 0 touchdowns on 2 tries. League-wide, that's elite top 5 territory. Compared to the 17 Super Bowl run, they held opponents to 42% TD rate inside the red zone. This squad, already at 38% through 4 games. It's not just stopping teams. It's starving them, turning feasts into fasts. And in a division where Dallas loves to pound the rock with Zeke Elliott echoes, this could be the difference in a bloodbath at AT&T Stadium come December. Finally, no fatigue. And this one's the gutsiest of all. The D-log is season-high 72 snaps in that oven of a stadium. Because, let's be real, the offense hit a wall post-halftime, punting twice and turning it over once. Just 7 days prior, they bent but didn't break for 66 snaps against the Rams' Sean McVay offense. Heat like that, it saps souls. But these birds, they stood tall. Trailing 31-23 with 2 possessions to tie, Tampa gets nothing. Campbell's INT on the first, game saver. The second, Moro Ojomo, that massive DT from LSU, crushes Mayfield for a sack, pushing 3rd and 10 to 3rd and 23. Then, enter Perry Nickerson, the nickel corner who's the ultimate journeyman, bounces from Jets to Jaguars to Bears, now a bird since 23. Tampa tries to pick on him with fades to Mike Evans, but Nickerson swats him away like flies at a South Philly hoagie stand. Turnover on downs. Snap count be damned. The D's gas tank red full. Statistically, they allowed just 3.1 yards per play on those late drives. Fatigue? What's that? It's the Dawkins DNA, the Weapon X legacy, where exhaustion is just an excuse for lesser teams. To unpack this further, let's bring in a fictional sit-down, because who wouldn't kill for these sound bites? Picture this. I'm ringside with Vic Fangio in a locker room, sweat still dripping, that trademark scowl hiding a grin. Vic, Zach Bond's calling this your best game yet. What's the secret sauce? He chuckles, that gravelly voice cutting through. Look, these kids are hungry. Bond, he's got that old school fire. It's like it's personal. We scheme the edges tight, mix coverages to keep Mayfield guessing, and when the heat hit, we leaned on conditioning. It's not magic, it's midnight oil burned in OTAs. Cut to Jalen Hurts, mic in hand, that Alabama cool with Philly edge. Defense had our backs, literally. Those stands? That's why we fight. 4-0 feels good, but it's fuel for Dallas next. And from the stands, a quick fan vox pop. Big Joe from South Philly, green jersey faded from '08. Besties in 17? Hell yeah, Bond's my new Reggie White. Fly, boys, make the Cowboys cry. Quotes like these, they capture the soul of Eagles football, the passion that turns a sports town into a religion. Zoom out for the big picture, because context is king in this league. Historically, a 4-0 start. The Eagles have done it twice before, 09 under Andy Reid, fizzled to 11-5, and 17, baby, that Super Bowl rocket ship. This feels like a ladder, a defense that's 3rd in point allowed, 18.5 per game, top 10 in sacks, 12, and now bending offenses without breaking. Compare to rivals. Cowboys at 3-1, but their D's leaked 28 to the Saints last week. Giants 1-3, secondary in tatters. Commanders scraping 2-2. NFC East, it's Philly's division to lose. With that Birds Boys rivalry, born in '63, 70-plus meetings of hate-fueled glory, looming like a thundercloud. Stat dive. Bond's 8 tackles, 1.5 sacks pace him for a Pro Bowl nod. Campbell's INT is his third pick already, sniffing all-pro whispers. Seasonal impact? This win catapults them to NFC's #1 seed conversation, behind only the Lions at 4-0, but with tiebreakers in pocket. Injury sting. Okoronkwo out 6 to 8 weeks, Bennett and Smith longer hauls, but depth charts glow. Ringo's emergence, Nickerson's grit. It's a reminder of the 0-4 squad, when Terrell Owens lit up amid chaos, or 11 when Vince Young sparked underdog dreams. Trivia time to keep you hooked. Did you know the Fly Eagles Fly chant? Born in the 80s vet days, now a national anthem that drowned out Tampa's crowd Sunday. And pop culture tie-in? This perfect start's got Hollywood buzzing. Imagine a Rocky reboot with Hurts as the champ, Bond as the enforcer, training montages at the link with Creed blasting. Looking ahead, predictions? Bold take. This D carries him to 12-5, snags the East Crown, and hosts a playoff bloodbath. Bond's right. This game's a turning point, proving they can win ugly, win shorthanded, win when the O leans on M. Playoff implications? Massive. Home field advantage at the link, where the dog pound echoes and the faithful turn it into a cauldron. Draft? Luxury now. Maybe a luxury lineman or Hurts top target. Expert opinion from my fictional scout buddy, Al from ESPN. Philly's D is top 3 by Thanksgiving. Fangio's blitz packages? Chef's kiss. Watch for Campbell to eclipse Dean double-digit INTs. Impacts ripple. Confidence surges, chemistry cements, and that 17 magic? It's bubbling. Phew, what a ride. Eagles faithful. From Bond's bold call to those late stands, this was vintage Philly. Tough, unyielding, unbreakable. You've got the passion. Now channel it. Tune in next Sunday as the Birds battle the Steelers in a cross-conference clash that could echo the Steel Curtain days. Where you're green, crank up Sweet Caroline with those babas. And let's keep this perfect streak alive. Remember, in Philly, we don't rebuild, we reload. This is your Eagles Report. Stay locked in, stay green. And as always, fly Eagles fly. For more breakdowns, hit up the channel. Likes, shares, subs keep the fire burning. Until next time, keep those wings clipped for victory.